Guys, I met this awesome dude here at the show. His name is Robert Julian. Robert, what exactly do you do?
I draw pictures of coins, right? So everything on display here is a drawing that I did, and they're all done with colored pencils. So everything's done by hand, but I also...
Is this the colored pencils you use?
Yeah, these are the colored pencils I use.
Oh, wow.
This particular set has 150 different colors in it, and I use quite a few of them when I'm drawing all this stuff. Just trying to get the right colors on the toned coins.
Now, when you draw the pictures, what do you do with them after you draw them? Do you put them, make a computer image? Is that what I'm seeing all on the table here?
Well, what I do is I take and when I'm drawing, I'm using these Prismacolor colored pencils, and they're like a soft, creamy pencil. The colors are really nice. They lay down really well. But the problem with these pencils is that they build up on the paper, and the paper becomes saturated, and you can't draw over it with another color if you want to. So my way of solving that problem was I'll draw a drawing to a certain point, then I'll take and I'll scan it, print it out on another piece of drawing paper, and then I'll continue drawing over the top of it. So in doing the black and white images, I'll take and I'll draw till the paper's saturated, I'll scan it, print it out, and then I'll overdraw that with different shades of black, white, gray, until I'm happy with the black and white image. And so every coin I do in a black and white format first. So I'll do these drawings in black and white, and when I'm happy with those, I'll start the process where I overlay the color and generate these drawings. And again, to get the color the way I want it, I've got to draw, get to a certain point, and then I'll scan it, reprint it on a fresh piece of paper, and continue drawing over the top of that.
Now, can I come back there and look at those ones behind? I mean,
Sure, go ahead.
Wow, that is awesome.
Right. So
Try to keep that on the camera.
yeah. So each drawing takes about 3 weeks to complete.
So this drawing back here took you 3 weeks?
Every coin that I draw takes about 3 weeks to get it done. So, and that would be an obverse and reverse. If I'm just doing the obverse of a coin, it's about a week and a half, right? So that's pretty much the way it goes. I'm still struggling a little bit with the coloration of the top of when I draw those. Sometimes it comes out just right. Other times it comes out a little bit on the red side.
Like this is a little on the red?
Yeah, that's a little bit on the red side.
Is this the coin I think it is?
Yeah, that's the 58 double die. And I think I got, the detail is spot on, right? Everything down to all the die polishing lines. I think I got that. I could probably do another attempt to draw over it a little bit, try to bring out a little bit more tan and such. But at this point, I'm pretty happy with it. But again, I've only been doing this with coins for about a year. Yeah. So I'm going to be getting into like ancient and foreign coins, but I've got about 3-4 months worth of commission work to do, all on U.S. coins at this point. Well, everything I sell comes in a tube, right, for people to frame at home. Because shipping framed pictures, I can do it, but there's always issues with damage. And for some reason, UPS, it says fragile on it, and I don't necessarily know if that's what they do.
Well, fragile is when they throw it out of the truck.
Right.
So you sit here and you sell these. That's
Right.
what I'm hearing. You was just talking to a customer.
Right.
So you sell the prints of it.
Right. So these are all prints. These are just 4x6 prints. I sell these for like $5 a piece.
Now, you said you gave him one where had your website on it. Can I
Right.
see that? I'll
you see
put that
those?
so people can see it here.
Well, here's this one. And these are 2 drawings I did for people who hired me for commissions, James Cotgreave and William Coram, right? And both of them have really, really nice, high-quality Lincoln sets, and they're both in the top 10 registries on PCGS. Really nice people. I met some of the nicest people.
There are
this.
a lot of great people in the coin community.
Right.
A lot of great people. Now, before we started recording, we was talking a little bit about you been hearing stuff about people searching for errors and stuff. We had starting to get into that, and I said, "Well, let's wait. Let's save it for the video." What was you starting to talk about there?
Well, errors. Okay, I notice a lot of collectors now. They've got these inexpensive, high-powered scopes. They hook up to their computer. It allows them to zoom in on all the details and coins. And a lot of people are spending a lot of time searching for new double die varieties, right? But what I've pretty much found when I started drawing these, I draw at a relatively large scale. So I'm drawing the finished coin is like 11 inches in diameter. So when I'm drawing at that scale and I'm looking at all the details, I find out pretty much every coin out there has some kind of mint defect, some kind of doubling somewhere on the coin. It's insane how much of that is out there.
One of the most prominent, I guess you could say, evidence of that is the Morgan silver dollar.
Yeah.
In 1878, maybe I'm wrong, but I believe there are 107 or 147 varieties on that. I could be mistaken with that number, but I know it's well over 125.
Well, if you look at the 1960 Lincoln cent,
Another one.
right, there's large date varieties over small date over large date. There's like 100 different repunched mint marks on the coins. And if you were to take that series and just look at it even more in depth and just focus in really tightly on different aspects of the coin, you're going to find double dies everywhere. It just depends on how much you blow it up.
And you draw these minor varieties, or do you just make images of the better ones?
I'm trying, when I'm doing the drawings, I'm trying to duplicate
That just moved. There's a ghost back there.
Yeah, I'm going to have to tape the leg of that back. So
Okay.
he got pissed about what I was talking about.
Yeah, he did.
When I draw coins, for example, a good example is the Liberty Quarter, right? So if you look at the Liberty Quarter, right, I'm trying to get all of the details right. And if you look at In God We Trust, there's double dies on the entire phrase. In God We Trust. There's doubling on every letter.
It's just a matter of how strong it is.
Right. And I find it everywhere on all these coins. I'm drawing them everywhere. I can't find a coin I'm drawing that doesn't have some minor misregistration.
Well, what I tend to do is I have these three magnifier glasses 3 times.
Yeah.
And if I can't see it, I mean, don't have the best vision in the world, but if I can't see it with that, it might not be a good enough variety or error to collect.
Well, yeah. Well,
It's got to be evident.
I see no issue with taking and documenting and collecting them.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
As basically, you're identifying die pairs, kind of a thing. And when you're looking at like early colonial coins or like early
Definitely.
United States coins, large cents, small cents, they collect them by die pairs, right? So they'll look and see which dies matched up with which reverse dies, and that's something that is an achievable goal when you're looking at something where there's only a handful of dies that were used to make the entire vintage. But now when you're looking at like literally millions of dies to manufacture these coins, it's impossible to document every one.
So you, as an artist, you blow these up, and you get to see all these die varieties, errors.
Right. Yeah.
And if I had to ask you one question, or if you had to answer one question,
Yeah.
the question would be, What do you have to say to all the people who search coins? I mean, should they continue to search for the minor varieties, or should they look for the stronger varieties? What?
Well, it depends on what your goal is. If you're studying numismatics, right, you should take in and you should study every aspect of the coin, right? You shouldn't just take and look at trying to find like major new varieties, although that's a cool thing. I was working a little bit with the people who discovered that 1909 reverse die, the reverse of '09 used on 1910 cents, right, where the VDV was removed, kind of a thing. And so those guys, they were doing an in-depth study of that one particular aspect of a coin, which was really interesting, right? So you can do things like that, but I don't think it's worth your time to go and look at every flaw on every coin in an attempt to find something that's going to be valuable.
So would you call some of the modern errors, would you call them fads in a sense? Something you're kind of into and it's going to fade away, or?
No, I don't know. It's
I'm not saying all, I'm saying some.
There's some disagreement as to what an error and a variety is.
Yes, there's
right
major
now.
disagreement.
Yeah,
I still get that confused all the time.
Yeah, I think of a variety as something that you can collect that is it's a repeatable thing, like a repunched mint mark. It's part of the die. So I have arguments with people who collect cuds, which is a major die break, right? I consider a cud to be a variety because you can document the entire stage of the entire coin. The die, you know what the die is, you can identify it, assign numbers to it, look at its development, right? Which is different than an off-center cent. An off-center cent is an error.
So I got tremendous respect for what you do. I mean, because drawing coins, just drawing in general is hard, but you're taking the time of your life to capture the beauty of what has been American history on the smallest planchette. You're blowing it up, making it beautiful. Is there anything you want to add to try to close this out? I mean, give people some advice on maybe collecting coins, because you see these in such a different light than most people see them.
Yeah, I don't know. When I look at a coin, I look at it a little bit differently than typical collector does, right? A lot of people now, it's all about the grade on the slab, right? But when I look at a coin, I go through a series of decisions, right? First thing is the quality of the dies that were used to make the coin, right? If you're looking at a Lincoln cent, there are literally thousands and thousands of dies that were used to make these coins. Some of the dies are going to be of high quality, others are going to be not so much, right? So it's got to be a high quality die. It's got to be a very early die state. So I want a coin that basically is in the first 1% of coins minted from a high quality die that's well struck and has nice original color. I don't really care what the numerical grade is on that coin. I want the best possible example of a coin produced by the United States Mint, and if it has a couple extra bag marks on it than some other poorly struck later die state example, then I'm happy to live with that. But that's my criteria when I look at stuff.
So you just want a beautiful coin. So basically, in one sentence, what do you recommend people to do?
What do I recommend?
One sentence. When looking at a beautiful coin, should they collect just beautiful ones, or should they collect error, or what?
Well, it's all about eye appeal. It's all about eye appeal. And, you know, I can look at coins that are like, you know, high-end AU coins that are way more attractive to me than some of the MS 64, 65, red, brown, or red coins that are out there. It's all about what is truly got like, you know, killer eye appeal. You know, it's different things to different people, but if you can't look at a coin and just go wow when you look at the coin, it doesn't really matter what the grade is.
Okay, guys. Robert, thanks for coming on and doing the interview.
No problem.
This has been awesome. So if you guys want to check Robert out, we showed you earlier in the video. We showed you that. And you can check his website out and maybe buy some of these. Do you ship them?
Yeah, shipping's free.
Okay, guys. So check out his website and have a great day and thanks for watching.